Hey, it's your boy South Central back at it again with another video. And if you don't know who Alex Jones is, you need to get up on your game, man. Alex Jones is the well-known conspiracy theorist who have always, most likely, been right. All right. He has several predictions, especially about 9/11. He is, I think he can see through the future, right? Sometimes, man, but he's not. He's actually following what his sources tell him, and little do you know that he's been right about, like I would say, 90% of things that he say, 95% of things that he say. So when Alex speaks, I listen. All right. Not everything gonna be true. Not everything is gonna come true right then and there. But at this point, he deserves an ear. He deserves someone to listen to him. For a very long time, they slandered him right before Trump. They've been slandering Alex Jones, right? He was right about Bohemian Grove. He was right about a whole bunch of things, and he doesn't just tell you things. He wants you to research it yourself, and he gives you pictures, he gives you movies, he gives you things to set just to pose, set side by side, and see what's true and what's not. Right? He woke me up. I'm just a regular kid from South Central, but now, in my own little way, I'm partaking in the information war. And yes, I do follow Alex Jones. I do get some information from Alex Jones because right now he's hot. He's hot, and he's been spitting the truth. And if you're a black person talking to you specifically when it pertains to this video, you need to listen and listen clear. I'm not saying that what he's saying is true or whatever, but it could happen, especially throughout how our country is turning now and what's been happening, these current events. Take heed, all right, and listen to him. He deserves an ear, and be aware of what could happen. Because, mind you, nobody's untouchable. Trump could get touched the way that he got touched with all that security. What that mean? What does that mean for you? Right? All it took was one crazy person and complicit Secret Service members and police officers and FBI officers, agents actually. That's all it took. We don't have security as a regular American, average day American. You don't have security, especially no black person for real in the black community. No, you don't. You're just an average everyday black American. And I want you guys to take focus. All right. Don't be fearful. Just be aware and be prepared, because you are utilized in this information war as a weapon to destabilize the truth. All right. In order for you not to focus on the truth, what they do, they throw things in your face to destabilize an organization that's providing you information about what's to come and who's trying to oppress you, right? Not the white man. I'm literally pointing the finger at who's truly doing it, all right? And these globalists, and they fund black people who's doing it as well in the government. They fund these guys, all right? They make the black people who look like you, that you're so tied to because of skin color, they make them do the deeds of them of what they want them to do, and they pay them for it, right? These are the real sellouts. These are the real coons who calling everybody else a coon and telling you ain't skin folk, but you ain't kinfolk, you skin folk thing, all right? I don't know how that term goes, but you heard it before, all right? They're being utilized in this information war, and I want you guys to pay attention what Alex Jones is saying. Let's get into it.
To January 20th, when he gets inaugurated, that's 79 days. The Democrats have said there's going to be massive civil unrest. And when Trump tries to call up the National Guard under the Insurrection Act, they've introduced a bill to strip him of that power, which is a coup against the executive. So they've already, I'm going for hours. They've pre-programmed all of this where they're going to stage attacks on black people. That's all pre-programmed, all the shows, all the movies, everything. Say Trump supporters are behind it. And they believe that will trump, pun intended, everything Trump is saying, everything Trump is doing.
So you think they'll try to start some type of race war or massive civil unrest based on like a false flag attack that's may not be an assassination, but is just to destabilize the public and to just introduce chaos into the process?
Yeah, let's be clear, Tim. I don't think I know.
Right.
You have to understand, there's a Rand Corporation 34-step ladder they've had since the 50s that's been updated that shows how nuclear war starts. We're at like 29 in Ukraine.
Right.
Again, When Alex Jones says, I don't think, I know, take heed. Take it very serious because, like I said, this man has been right about a lot of things. All right. He don't just come out his mouth and say things. The Sandy Hook situation, yeah, he might get one thing wrong for sure. But if you focus on that, you'll focus on one thing out of 100 things. If you focus on that one thing, you're a biased and unfair person, which is fine. But when it comes to American lives, your life depends on this situation. So you need to understand that you are under attack. And the more you sit back and play this little conspiracy theorist game, you will be the victim of this situation. Pay attention. Pay very close attention to what he's saying. And take heed to what he's saying. It ain't got to happen right now, but understand the logic up behind it, right? If things are crumbling if things in society is crumbling and we're being woken up to who's truly behind the destruction of America, as far as the globalists in pulling the strings behind these tax the rich people who's actually getting funded by these billionaires and the oligarch monsters who want us to eat the bugs and die and own nothing and be happy, they will do anything that they can to cause a disturbance, right? Because they used to sit in the background and have us arguing between each other about race, about creed, about everything under the sun, religion, everything under the sun to keep us divided. Okay? They're using that as a weapon, and we're allowing them to. That's why I'm not tied to skin color. Yes, I'm a black man, but that's not all I'm about. I'm about being a good Samaritan and being a good human. That's what God intended it to be, right? Forget your skin color. Who are you as a person? Forget about your sexual orientation. Who are you as a person? All right. We'll get to that first before we start judging you. Outside of being a human. Okay. Let's get back into it.
Stuff has all been ridiculously working. So it's not that I'm that smart. I know about Operation Gladio when the Russians took over most of Europe. The West staged terror attacks, and I hate the communists. I mean, I had family involved in Gladio. Let's on the periphery. I'll leave it at that. So the point is, I know about all this. Like if your dad's a mechanic, you know how to fix a diesel engine. Okay, so I know about the stuff. So the West had stay-behind networks when the Russians took over part of Eastern Europe and part of Western Europe, like Germany, East Germany. They had groups that staged terror attacks and blamed on the Russians. And the Russians did similar stuff, but the West was so good at it with Hollywood, the media, Operation Gladio. So this is Gladio 2.0. They just shot the Slovakian president 5 times. He lived. They're trying to kill Viktor Orban. He's trying to stop World War III. We are in direct war with Russia. And Trump is saying the military-industrial complex, I'm not doing that. This is stupid for business. He doesn't feel powerful killing people. He doesn't think war is sexy because he's not a pussy. So I'm telling you, the default is truck bombs, poison Trump, shoot him if they can, and then separately stage terror attacks against the pre-programming's there. It's black people. They're going to hit black people with massive terror attacks. I mean, we may have hundreds dead at a church, hundreds dead at a college, and they're going to say a Trump supporter did it. Now, that's their next move. Do they got the guts to pull it? I think they do.
Then again, this is not to push fear. This is to push awareness. If you take heed just a little bit to what he said, you'll understand that the American people are under attack. It's not about just being black, but they will target the black community to make it look like it's all about race, right? Because black people are tied into that. We're investing into this race war due to slavery. Most people can't get over it due to things changing in this country, right? You can always, when it comes to dividing this country and keeping people occupied, you can always go back to race. All right, it's just a stench in this country that most people can't get over. Most African American people can't get over, and they do it on purpose. All right, it's only what you allow them to do. If you keep falling for it, they're gonna keep doing it. But this is the terrible times to where they'll go to the extreme now. All right, they'll go to the extreme to make it seem as if black people are under attack by white supremacists, right? Trump supporters. And I don't put nothing past these Democrats. I seen what they did to Kennedy, right? I seen what these 3-letter agencies have done in plenty of situations. January 6th, the plot of January 6th, they involved themselves in a lot of things, right? Even when it comes to black people, the Black Panther Party, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they've destroyed plenty of people in this country. All right, and made an example out of them. It's not just about being black, but they want you to believe that as a black person. It's deeper than that. And when, like I said, when Alex Jones speak, you listen, because it's your life that's under attack. Okay, he's just telling you the stages, right? He's just telling you, hey, the next plan is this. Watch out for this. Ain't nothing wrong with information, right? Take heed to it, because when it happens, you're gonna be like, oh, it's not to give him kudos for just being right. It's to give him kudos, like, damn, like, you really care about the American people. You scoped this out. This is the chessboard. You gave me the next piece. Oh, he's gonna move it this way. Move out the way. He's coming after your queen, man, by this move. Boom. Move it out the way. But in all seriousness, this is about black lives, right? Black lives matter, right? And that's the video for today, man. Like, that's the video for that's it for the review of the video. But yeah, so Alex Jones have a long history of telling the truth, telling what it is. He was a well-known conspiracy tinfoil hat monster for a very long time until he was right. You don't get any apologies from the left wing and right wing media. You don't get any apologies from them, and just keep on going. Yeah, I lied about him. Yeah, I said he was a liar. Yeah, I said he was a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I demoralized him, but he was right about a whole bunch of things. Hunter Biden laptop, Pizzagate, Satanism. You could bundle it all in one. He was right about it. Okay, when you do your own research and you think for yourself and you try to figure out who these people are and who they are invested into and what they're invested into in their personal lives, you understand that they're not like us.
They not like us.
Had to do it one time, man. South Central, we in the building. So they're not like us. They don't look at us the same. All right, they treat us very different from how they treat one another. They look at us like like cattle, really. That's just Alex Jones going up to Bohemian Grove. These people will lie to you in your face, look at you like you're disgusting. Who are you to question me? You don't have a right to question me. Shut your mouth and just deal with what I'm talking about. Just deal with it. Who cares? What you gonna do about it? You're not gonna do nothing. I'll lie to you in your face and have your brother next to you fight you because he believes in democracy. He believes in LGBTQ rights. He believes in all this other stuff. Not saying they don't deserve a right to live, but these woke ideologies and these flags and these people's lives are important, more important than American lives, because hey, they were disenfranchised people. They don't care about nobody. They just want you to find a reason to fight, right? Fight each other, fight amongst each other, because when they got us fighting, they stealing resources in the back. That's always been a plan. But like I said before, right, this is a public announcement situation where we should take heed to what he's saying. I'm very calm talking because I heard this before. I heard him say this before. I heard him say this plenty of times. So I'm well aware of what could happen to me. I'm well aware of what could happen to the black community. But you guys need to be aware. All right. We all need to be aware, not just black people, American people, to understand what we're up against and what they're willing to do to cause confliction while trying to get what they need done. Okay, let no good crisis goes to waste. Wasn't that Nancy Pelosi who said that? They meant it. Okay, and that's Satanism at its best. All right, steal, kill, and destroy. That's what they're willing to do to get what they want and to stay in power, man. Let me know what you guys think about Alex Jones. Let me know what you guys think about his analogy and what's his analogy about what's going to happen next. All right, then their next step, the globalist Illuminati bullcrap next step. Okay, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but right now they're the globalists. Okay, do you believe that this will happen? Do you believe they'll go that far to disrupt the public and cause a distraction? Right, remember what I just said. No good crisis goes to waste. South Central, we out.
On a mission, we be really politicking while we whipping in the kitchen. God be my witness. At the age of 15. I was fighting my fitness. Mud life so